Hello, you beautiful lot. This is a 8-minute 30 preview of a short movie I'm working on called Apollo 6. It's an animated movie about an astronaut called Buck Baxter. He's an ex-Special Forces Air Force, American Air Force pilot that got selected to be an astronaut back in, I think it was 67 I based it in. He's the astronaut of Apollo 6, and Apollo 6 goes out into space and gets lost. It loses communication and navigation, and it ends up having to crash land on a foreign planet, a strange planet. Now Buck Baxter's got an android that helps him out. He just that follows him around and gives him information. This is a little short preview. This is the first 8.5 minutes of the movie, so I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be released sometime this year, the full movie, which I'm aiming to make probably about half hour to 40 minutes long if I can. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. It's going to be one of my great stories. Here we go.
Houston, come in. Mission Control, are you receiving? If you can hear me, this is Major Buck Baxter. My navigation computer has malfunctioned. I've started heading to the nearest safe landing zone. I'm not quite sure where that might be just yet, but I'll keep ground control updated. End transmission. Computer, what's the status on the navigation system?
Navigation data for the mission landing zone is still unavailable at this present time, Major Baxter.
Are we close to any possible landing zones?
I calculate that there are precisely 3 landing zones within the shuttle's immediate reach, Major Baxter.
Do any of the landing zones show signs of life? And is there any possibility of hostility?
All landing zones show some form of life. Each zone has a similar atmosphere to planet Earth. There is a possibility of hostility on all landing zones, Major Baxter.
Computer, stop calling me Major Baxter. Just call me Buck. I'm getting a little tired of hearing my rank repeated over and over again.
I apologize. From now on, I shall refer to you as Buck.
That's better. Which landing zone is best for me, in your opinion?
Landing Zone B has the least life forms, therefore it has less possible resistance or hostility. I calculate that this would be your safest choice statistically, Buck.
Then set the shuttle to Landing Zone B. I'll prepare my equipment and put on my landing pack.
Setting the shuttle's direction to Landing Zone B, please prepare for slight turbulence as we break through the landing zone's atmosphere. Buckle up, Buck. Landing Zone B is a dry desert planet. It is populated with what seem to be humanoid life forms. It also seems to have a lot of wild animal-type life forms. Be prepared for a slightly rough landing.
I'm all set to go. Ground control, come in. This is Major Buck Baxter. I've established safe landing on an unknown planet. I'm leaving Apollo 6 to explore the immediate area. I'll report back soon with an update on my situation. Signing out. Computer, can you take us towards the closest forms of life you can detect?
We need to head south of our current location. Be alert to your surroundings.
I always am. That's why I'm still alive.
I detect humanoid life forms approximately 3/4 of a mile ahead to the south. I can also detect man-made structures. It seems to be a settlement. Whatever lives there may not be welcoming to outsiders. We must approach cautiously. Buck.
I'll be ready. If anything goes wrong, make sure you report to ground control.
The planet's surface composition reveals an average annual precipitation rate of only 0.02 millimeters per year, approximately 0.00001% of the precipitation observed on Earth.
I remember one mission, flying over that endless sea of sand. The heat was oppressive, even at 20,000 feet. We were out there, hunting down enemy positions, when the wind kicked up. A sandstorm. It wasn't like anything I'd seen before, just a wall of dust and grit that swallowed everything. You couldn't see a damn thing. The radio crackled with static, and I had to rely on pure instinct, keeping my eyes on the instruments, praying the storm would clear. When it did, there was a split second of clarity before the ground turned to chaos. I could hear the enemy's fire, sniper shots ripping through the air. I dodged, weaving between dunes, not knowing where they were, just where they might be. My wingman took a hit. One shot, then silence. I pushed through it, every moment feeling like an eternity. That desert's unforgiving. But you don't stop. You can't. Not when the mission's still on. Not when you're up there, and the only thing between you and the ground is your plane. It looks abandoned. If we come across anything, I'll do the talking. I trained as a negotiator before joining the forces.
I'm picking up life forms, but they're not inside those huts. They're beneath us. There seems to be a series of tunnels.
I'm not going into some unknown tunnel system. We'll wait here until something comes up to the surface. I'm an astronaut, not a rat.
I can detect the heat signature of a single humanoid approaching from the west. They should be arriving shortly.
If they're hostile, just take cover. I'll deal with the situation.
Whatever you say, Buck.
Hold it right there. Don't come any closer. Identify yourself.
Greetings, Outlanders. I am Bahiti.
And why are you here, Bahiti? What do you want?
I watched your iron bird descend from the sky. The Queen sent me to warn you.
Warn us of what?
You're standing above the caverns of the Night Folk. It'll be dark soon. When night falls, they will come to the surface.
What are these Night Folk?
The Night Folk are hideous, evil creatures that come to the surface to raid our city when night falls. They kidnap our children and men. They eat our people and use us for magical rituals. They are violent creatures. Come, it will be dark soon.